Welcome to the Empower Your Fitness Empire YouTube channel. Can you make $10,000 to $20,000 a month with a small or mid-sized following as an online fitness coach? All right. And I'm here to tell you 1,000% yes, you can. All right. So what's up? Of course, my name is Harry King Holmes. Welcome to, my live. Of course, I do this every single week, guys. If you're new here, what's up? Super excited to have you here. All right. If you're a regular, what's popping? Give me some love in the comments. Share this with another health and fitness professional that needs to see this, guys. Let's get into it. So first, I want to talk about, so when we talk about like a small following or a mid-sized following, look, I want to talk about who this is for. All right. I don't want to steer anybody the wrong way. All right. When we talk about making $10,000 to $20,000 online as an online fitness coach, who am I talking to? I am talking to fitness professionals, meaning that you're a personal trainer, you're a fitness coach, and fitness is your profession. You have a track record of clients that you've already worked with. That can be clients one-on-one in person, small group in person. That can be one-on-one virtually. But you actually have a track record of being a fitness professional. All right. And you have, facts to prove it. Like your client retention is good when it comes to in-person. Like your clients actually love the service that you deliver to them, right? One-on-one or in person. Okay. And you got things like before and afters, video testimonials, right? People can speak good of you, word of mouth. You get clients by word of mouth and referrals, right? So this is who this is for. All right. So you already have the skill of training a client and getting clients results in person, one-to-one. So now when we talk about making $10,000 and $20,000 a month, all right. So it's two types of revenue that we want to talk about, guys. So we got new revenue, guys. Okay. And then we got monthly recurring revenue. So that's what MRR stands for, monthly recurring revenue. So new revenue is just brand new business coming into the business, right? So if you onboard a client today, right, they sign up, right, and say they put down, say they sign up for about a 3-month package and they pay for the first month up front, and then the other 2 remaining months are on the back end, right? So that's new revenue that just came into the business. They're a new client, new revenue. Okay. Now the recurring revenue that we got from the second month and the third month, that's going to be monthly recurring, right? And then say if that client, rolls over into something on a monthly basis, or they purchase another package after the 3-month package is completed, that is monthly recurring revenue. So we want to pay attention to two. We want to pay attention to both, right? And because when you build on a business, you don't want to just focus on this right here, just new revenue, getting new clients, getting new sales. That is not how you want to build, a long-term business, right? I'm sure a lot of you guys want to be in business for a very, very long time, right? You probably got kids, you got people that you love, you got things that you want to do with your life. You want to travel, you want to maybe use your revenue from your online high-ticket business and invest in other assets. Maybe it's real estate, maybe it's a gym. It's other things that you want to do with your life, right? And not just this year, but in the next 5 years, 10 years, 12 years. So you have to build a business model around that. So when it comes to making $10,000 to $20,000 a month, right? $10,000 to $20,000 a month online, guys, right? The first thing that we got to have, right? And a lot of people don't want to talk about this, right? But the first thing that we want to have is we want to actually have a good product. We want to have a good service. Okay? Because check this out. You may get some new revenue, right? But if the service is bad, you're not going to get this. And this is the main thing that's going to help you build up that $10,000 to $20,000 a month. It's going to be the monthly recurring revenue. So in order to have monthly recurring revenue, you actually have to have a good service. Right. And the one thing that personal trainers, kind of struggle with when they're looking to transition their business online is, what does that actually look like? Like, what does a good service actually looks like? So before we start talking about all the other type of money stuff, first, let's actually come up and let's create a really, really good client delivery service. All right. And a really good program. All right. And the reason why that is important is, listen, if you sign up some people and the program isn't good and the service is trash, all that's going to happen is people fall off. People are just going to fall off and they're not going to pay you. When we talk about coaching clients online, it's a few things that you want, not actually a few things, not a lot of stuff, right? It's two main things you want to focus on, but a really, really like exceptional program has these three things. The first one, the number one thing is accountability. You have to have accountability. You got to have accountability inside of your program. Listen, if you think that you can just charge, a high ticket price point and the entire client delivery and everything is going to be automated and you don't have to do anything, this ain't for you. All right. Sure, you can have things automated in your business. 1000%. I have things automated in my business, right? But me and my team are actually human beings. We treat our clients like human beings and they get that human interaction from us. Right. So when you transition online, that doesn't mean that the human interaction goes away. Absolutely not. You just deliver it in a different way compared to in-person one-on-one. So you have to have accountability. You got to have coaching. And listen, training and coaching are two completely different things. All right. When you're training somebody, right, like they're in front of you, right, you walk like you're holding their hand, like, the entire hour, 30 minutes or 45 minutes, right? Nothing wrong with that. But when you are transitioning to online, you have to develop the skill of coaching. You have to make sure that your programming or service, right, creates a space for coaching. If that's every week, if that's bi-weekly, right, if that's in a group setting, right, if that's, via Slack support, whatever that looks like, TrainRise, of course, right? But you have to have these things inside of your high ticket online program if you want to not just get the new sales, but if you want to continue to get that monthly recurring revenue as well. Right. The third thing is curriculum. Curriculum, if you get the accountability right, so if you're just starting out or you're just trying to acquire online clients, right? Accountability and coaching, you got to have those two things. But as you're doing the accountability and coaching, you're building out the curriculum. All right. And there's a certain way that we do that when we help our clients how to do that because they're looking at the data as they're coaching them, they're over delivering to them. Right. And now you can use like your intellectual property and you can leverage it with curriculum, right? Because yes, we want to hold them accountable. We want them to hold themselves accountable. We want to coach them, but we also want to educate them as well, right? We want to teach them your methodology. That's what you want. And that's what your curriculum is for. So when you have these 2 to 3 things, right? Cool. Now we got a really good, strong foundation. We got a really good prop. We got a really good program. Okay. And now we can start working from there. All right. Now here's what you don't want to do. If you're going to charge a high ticket price point, right, and you start onboarding clients, the last thing you want to do is allow your unhealthy relationship with money to fuck up your client's success. Okay. And here's what I mean by that. Listen, if you have never charged high ticket, right, or you've never charged high ticket online, right, instead of two things I see happen, either a person will instead of like just do what they did with in person and do the same thing online, meaning that, okay, I'm gonna train you online, but I'm gonna do it via Zoom, right? I'm still gonna give you my one-on-one time every hour, right? A certain time, 3 times throughout the week. Okay. So that's one thing that we see. All right. And then if not that, then it's like, okay, you paid me all this money. So now I have to overwhelm you with all the things that you need to do from day one. You paid me all this money. So if I'm not going to give you all my time with one-on-one personal training, I'm going to put a lot of stuff on your plate to do because it's like you gave me a lot of money, so I'm going to give you a lot of stuff to do. And that's not how you should do it. So that's one thing that you don't want to do is overwhelm them with all this stuff because they paid you a lot of money. Your program should be fixing a high ticket problem, right? Like you cannot, take one of these, booty and ad programs and put a high ticket price point on it, right? And have the same type of client delivery for these booty and ad programs and thinking that, people are going to want to come back and continue to pay you. It don't work like that. Your program has to solve a high ticket problem. What is a high ticket problem? A high ticket problem is a problem that exists in the marketplace. And this is what I mean by this. This is what I mean. People are already aware of the problem. They're already trying to do stuff to fix it. Weight loss, big problem, right? Big problem. Right? What are people trying to do right now for weight loss? They try all types of stuff. Weight loss pills, waist trainers, personal trainers, Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, right? So it's all type of things that actually exist in the marketplace right now because people are aware of this big problem and they're trying to do other solutions to fix it. Your online program should solve the problem. Got me? So that's what I mean by it should solve a problem that already exists in the marketplace. Now that we got that clear, we got a good program. We've identified the two type of revenues that we got to have. We got to have new revenue, right? We got to have new revenue. We got to have monthly recurring revenue, okay? And we have to have a good service. All right, this is what we're going, every month we want to bring new revenue into the business. Every month we want to increase the monthly recurring revenue, right? And how we do that is by having a good service. If we ain't got a good service, maybe we can do this, right? But we ain't gonna have that. But if the service ain't good and you keep doing this, word of mouth ain't gonna be so good, right? Referrals ain't gonna play so much in your favor. All right. So we want to make sure that the service is good. We got a good service and it's a transformational service. Now, what we want to do is talk numbers. Before we start, talking about like how to actually monetize social media, let's talk numbers, guys. Let's talk expectations. All right. Let's talk numbers and expectations. All right. Because here's the thing, guys. This is what I've noticed. There's this big misconception that you need to have a lot of followers in order to make six figures or multi-six figures, right? You don't. All right. I made six figures year in and year out before even having 10,000 followers on Instagram. So that's okay. So here's the thing. You don't need a lot of clients. This is what I try to tell my clients to aim for. 3 to 5 clients on a monthly basis. New clients, 3 to 5, right? Because here's the thing. If you're charging anywhere between $1,500, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, anything like that, look, you really only need to work with about, 30, 35 to 50 so clients a year to actually make six figures, guys. So, and the good thing about having, not a lot of clients like that is like now you have the capacity to deliver these clients a really high value service versus you one person, you ain't got you don't have a team, right? And you got, 100 so clients, 200 clients, right? Anytime I had that many clients, right? Like with my fitness business and with my gym, I had a team. Ain't no way in hell I'm going to be able to provide 100 something clients, right? A really good service. No way, a really good, not saying I can't service them, but we talking about a really good service because what we want to keep doing, we want to keep that increasing. We don't want this to decrease. Of course, at times it will, like business ebbs and flows, right? Of course. But for the most part, we want that to increase. We want that thing to increase. So aiming for about 3 to 5 clients on a monthly basis. And here's what we want to pay us. So 3 to 5 new clients on a monthly basis. That's that new recurring revenue. That's the new revenue coming into the business on a monthly basis. But the monthly recurring, right? So these new clients that you have coming into, you want to focus on retaining about 30 to 50% of them. 30 to 50% of them. I like to say trying to aim for about around 40 to 50, right? Like 40 to 60, right? But 30 to 50 is good, right? So we got one thing that we focus on that's going to bring in a new revenue. And then another thing that we focus on that's going to increase the monthly recurring. Bringing in new clients, client retention. Bringing in new clients, client retention. 3 to 5 clients on a monthly basis, 30 to 50%, retain them. So check this out. If you were to enroll and onboard 3 clients over the next 12 months and say the program that we talked about, and you're getting the good service that you have, right? Let's just say, okay, you're going to charge two bands for it. You're going to charge $2,000 for it, right? $2,000. And every single month you enroll 3 new clients. One, is that something that you believe that you can do? You probably already do something like that, or have done something like that before, enrolling 3 clients, right? But you just didn't have the right business model to support it so you can actually get the 6 figures. You probably wasn't charging enough. Look at the number of followers that you have. Say, for example, if you have 1,000 followers, 36, what's the math for that? 36 clients from 1,000 followers right? What's the math on like three? That's 3.6%, right? Am I right? That's 3 points. If you have 1,000 followers, right, and you onboard 3 clients a month over the next 12 months, and you get 36 clients, that's 3.6% of your followers. If you have 100, if you have 1,000, if you got 2,000, if you got 3,000, if it's 3,000, what is that? Like almost 1%. That's almost 1%. If you have 3,000 followers, guys, that's almost 1% of your following. So you mean to tell me that 1 to 3% of the people that follow you do not have a high ticket problem? They're not walking around right now with a big problem like weight loss? Nah, don't believe it. Here's what we want to do. Every single day, you want to make new connections. And who are we making new connections with? Right? People that fit your avatar. Okay. This means that this is the person that you help with the problem that you solve. For example, if you help busy working moms, right, lose weight, there are certain places on social media, and this is target market research that you just have to do as a business or as a CEO, go and do target market research, right? Okay. So when you do your target market research, you know where to find these busy working moms that need to lose 20 more pounds, right? They don't have to be super qualified. We want to focus on being ideal. And then we're going to find them down the road, right? But that's what you want to do. So every single day you should be making connections. You should be making new connections every single day on social media, being social, not being antisocial. When we're doing this, we're building an audience now. We're also building an audience. We're not just building a following, we're building an audience. All right. Customer-based audience. That's what you're doing. All right. And as we're building an audience, we're also building community. The power of building a community is now we can actually filter out the followers. We can filter out the followers. All right. The reason why that's good is because we reconnect with your followers. So when you have a conversation with somebody that, you know, you both follow each other on Instagram, right? Now what they're going to do is start consuming more of your content just because the algorithm is going to start sending it to them more. Now, next, I think what we want to do, and I'm going to break this down. I know we hear this so much. You want to give value. I know we hear this so much. We hear that term. I'm running out. We hear that term so much, give value, right? But here's why this is important. Because now that we have people in this community, we also want to serve the people in our community, and we want to serve our audience on social media. All right? Because here, check this out. In order to be profitable, you got to make an offer, right? You got to be able to, on a consistent basis, speak to people, make them an offer, help them make a decision, and then some of them you enroll, some of them you won't, right? But before, all right, something talking about like solving a high ticket problem that exists in the marketplace. What's the difference between you and the weight trainer? What's the difference between you and the weight loss pills? What's the difference between what you offer and the personal trainer up the street? What's the difference between what you offer and LA Fitness or Gold's Gym up the street? What is the difference, right? So in your content, you have to be able to give enough value so that they see the value in what you do and what you offer compared to the weight loss pill, compared to the waist trainer, compared to the LA Fitness up the street, right? Compared to the thirsty trainer that's going to, you know, travel to their home and train them in the living room, you know, for, you know, $30 an hour. What is the difference? So you have to be able to show up on social media and do things off of social media so you can give value. And all this is your resources. So let's get rid of value and let's just say resources. All right, boots. Resources. So that's all value is showing up and actually having resources to offer, right? Like this is a resource. This is a live, right? But I'm showing up live, right? In the resource that I offer for my audience. And after giving value, now we got, now we got to make offers. And this is why this is so important right here, because I hear this so many times from fitness professionals. I don't want to come off as salesy. I don't want to come off as salesy. I don't want to come off as salesy. Oh, can I see some of your clients, content? Because I want to make sure that they're not coming off as salesy. I want to make sure that you're going to teach me that because I don't want to come off as salesy. Here's the thing. As long as you do this right here and you over deliver with the value and the resources that you have, it'll make it easier to make offers. The reason why it's so hard to make offers for you right now, and you get this, feeling of coming off as salesy, is because you don't do this enough. That's all it is. You don't do this enough. Because check this out. If you don't do this enough, then you have to be very strategic about how you make your offers. But if you do this enough and you over deliver with the value and the resources that you can provide, right, then making offers will be easy. Because not only will people just come to you, right, but now when it's time for you to start a conversation with somebody, they're more likely to respond because you've already given them so freaking much. When it comes to making these offers, this is something that you actually can do on a monthly basis, like 1,000%. You can make offers on a monthly basis. You can do it every 60 days. You can do it every night. I say you do it on a monthly basis, for sure. Should you be doing it on a monthly basis? Most definitely. Should you go hard on making offers? Like when you do a launch, right? So you can do a launch. Cohort, whatever you want to call it, right? Maybe you do a cohort every 90 days or so, right? Excuse me. Maybe do a cohort every 90 days, right? And when you do that cohort, you make offers pretty hard, right? On the last, 7 days of that cohort when enrollment is over, right? And this is something where if you do this, now we're talking about enrolling, 10, 15, right? A larger number of people when you do a launch. So when you incorporate a launch into how you make offers, you just want to be, you want to be strategic on how you do it. I like to do one every 90 days. Every 90 days, right? Other than that, you want to give value, resources, right? And then you want to make offers often. Just not too much. Definitely don't make offers without giving. Don't think that you could take a social media break and then come back and talking about, I need 5 people that want blah, blah, blah. No, don't do that. Come back, give first, then make an ask.
Young Apollo with the wave.